Yes, people, welcome back. Thank you very much for joining me once again for another late night stream. And like I said in my tweet, I will potentially be joined by a special guest. And here is my special guest. It's my boy Slendz, my favorite Chelsea fan. Thank you, Slendz.
Come on, yes. Thanks for having me on, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate coming on your channel. Love this channel. Avid watcher, so honored to be part of it.
Thank you for being here. And guys, before we even head into the transfer talk, make sure you guys smash a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and please head on over to my boy's channel and hit that subscribe button as well, because there is hella content coming for you on that channel as well. So please make sure you do that. But Slendz, without further ado, listen, let's go through some of these comments as well, because there's a few people here as well. Fator is in the building. Says big up Queen Lambs. Drop her a like for Queen of the Billy Gilmore Hive. My client, yeah, he did score today. Obviously, big ups Timo. Obviously, big ups Kai as well. Kai doing that when people were trying to doubt him. Yeah, saying he wasn't worth the money. Be quiet. Be quiet, sir. Ryan is in the building as well. Big ups to Ryan. Ryan is my favorite Liverpool fan ever, because I can't stand Liverpool fans anyway. So, you know them ones. Very, very honest Pessy fan says big up Lambs. Big up to yourself, my G. CFCJ, big ups to yourself, my G. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Never a Foul as well. Fantastic channel as well. Ryan also up here, bigging up Slendz, you know their ones as well. Listen, Laurie, stop hating. This is very special indeed.
Come on.
Very fucking special, okay? Stop hating. Yeah, listen, we're going to get into that. That is top news. That is the first breaking news story. I'm going to get into my opinion on it, Slendz's opinion as well. And obviously we'll put up some stats as to why this guy definitely is a huge signing. So without further ado, let's talk about this, Slendz. As you can see, Chelsea are seriously interested in Erling Haaland and could be part of a £154 million deal with Tammy Abraham included as part of the deal or as a separate deal. What do you think of that?
Listen, I think Roman loves his strikers. If you look through history, he's signed Shevchenko, he's had a look at Drogba, Kezman. He's a big fan of strikers and scoring goals. So I feel like he feels like Haaland is the answer to all of his problems. Like we've had hit and miss with strikers. This could be the one where we've hit the jackpot. We've had one of the best strikers in the world. For me, listen, it makes sense. We struggle with finishing chances, and Haaland is a master of finishing chances. I think he would fit in properly as well if we surround him with creators. So listen, man, it makes a lot of sense. It's going to be a lot of money, of course, but we've been crying out for a striker, and this is the guy to be our striker, man.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even really deny that. And just to emphasize that as well, and as to why we definitely need to be going for somebody like that. Just have a look at some of these stats. And this is just from this season gone as well. In the 2020-2021 season, he played 28 matches. He's scored 27 goals, 6 assists as well. For a 20-year-old, right? And that's not even counting his Champions League record. His Champions League record alone is absolutely phenomenal. I think he did end up being the top scorer, if I'm not mistaken, in the competition as well. 10 goals in the Champions League, as you can see from that. That's absolutely insane. 2 assists in the Champions League. In the Bundesliga, 27 goals, 8 assists as well. It's just absolutely incredible and phenomenal for somebody.
A robot.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a robot, man.
Yeah, for somebody of that age, of that talent already, it's absolutely crazy. And my point being on the Erling Haaland deal is that for the money, for his age, I would see it as a long-term investment. I don't think Roman Abramovich, right? First of all, Roman Abramovich can put down the money. Like, if he can say, listen, I want this player, and put down the money, and he's serious about it, he will put down the money. That's not an issue. It's the fact that, is this guy critical to our team? Could this guy be the future of our club? And my thing is, yes, we haven't had a prolific goal scorer in that striker position since Diego Costa left, actually. And somebody like that, the way he is built, what he's achieving already at 20 years of age is just absolutely mind-blowing. And to be honest, if Lukaku's rejected us, fine, fair enough. If you want to reject us and we end up getting this guy, I'm all for that. I mean, what do you think, Slendz?
Listen, I think Lukaku would have been less money, and a lot of people got behind it because I felt like they felt like it was more realistic. But you know what? The reports came out today, and it's every single credible source from the Chelsea community. Like, you see Matt Law, even Christian Falk. So I think people can get behind this deal and kind of get their hopes up. But listen, as you said, this guy's numbers speak for themselves, man. I don't think we've ever seen a 20-year-old with these numbers. Like, he's not normal. I don't think he has emotions. He's definitely a sociopath. He's there just to score goals, just to do his thing and leave, man. That's all he does.
Yeah, facts. Honestly, the way this guy, he's built so differently. Like, it's actually ridiculous. And talking of, obviously, there's talks of Tammy Abraham obviously being part of the deal. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Like, could we pawn off Tammy on Dortmund? Do you think that they're more likely to take him, or is it I'm
surprised about it.
In another deal?
I haven't seen any of those rumors, but I'm surprised. It does kind of make sense because they're gonna have a cash load of money, right? You assume that Sancho is going to be sold as well, and if you can get Tammy in exchange, listen, Tammy, we've all had criticism of Tammy. I think we all believe that he's not Chelsea quality, but one thing for sure is that this guy seems to always score double-digit goals every season. Do you know what I mean? Like, wherever he is, except for Swansea or the Premier League season, but I think he's just an old-school goal scorer. He's just in the right place at the right time. I think he'd kill it at Germany, man. I think Dortmund create a lot of chances, and he'd benefit from that.
Yeah, 100%. And talking of Tammy, let me just reshare the screen again, and literally just to emphasize what you said as well. Obviously, as you can see, this 2021 season, despite the game time that he's got, or the lack of game time, some people probably argue, the man has still managed to score 12 goals in all competitions. 6 in the Premier League, 1 goal in the Champions League, and I think that came in group stages. 4 goals in the FA Cup and 1 in the EFL Cup, which makes sense as well. So he's managed a total of 12 goals, 6 assists as well. So that's actually not too bad in terms of stats, considering somebody who's barely got enough playing time, somebody who's a quote-unquote tap-in merchant. What do you make of those stats as well?
Well, all I'm going to say is we signed a striker for 50 million this summer, and he couldn't get more goals than Tammy did, despite playing 14 more games. So listen, I think this comment is correct as well. Your biceps are massive, but yeah, listen, I think, you know what, man, Tammy, he's had a difficult time of the season. Tuchel's not a big fan of him, so just send him away. Let him just continue his career somewhere else, man. And I think he'll do bits, man.
Yeah, 100%. I think a move away from Chelsea will actually probably do him the world of good, because it's clear to say that my guy's faced his fair share of criticism. It's clear to see that Tuchel doesn't rate him. It's not that he hasn't given him a chance. He has given him a chance. You can even probably say towards the back end of last season, even Lampard didn't rate him as much, and he was starting with Olivier Giroud in that striking position instead of Tammy Abraham. I think for a reason, meaning that he didn't trust this guy and what he could potentially bring. Do you feel any different?
No, you know what? It's, as I said, there's criticism of Tammy, and it's deserved, man. Like, he's just very frustrating to watch. Like, you look at his numbers at the end of the season, you think, wow, he's got a good season. But if you watch him week in, week out, this guy's movement is poor, man. It's poor. He moves like a granny, man. Like, I just wish he was intact, like with Reece and with the wing backs. But he's never intact. Like, he's always a step behind. You can't be a step behind in the Premier League. You have to, as a striker, your movement creates the goal, right? Because if you're like Cavani, for example, Cavani's movement, it creates goals. Like, you see a cross floated in, right? You think this is not going to go in, but because of Cavani's movement, he finds a way to find himself one-on-one or the near post header. Tammy does not do that at all, man. So, but he still scores goals somehow because he finds himself in the right place at the right time. So he'll work at Germany. Listen, good luck to him. He's done so much for us. But off you go, man. Find the barber in Germany, man.
Oh, man, really said off you go. Absolutely love it, honestly.
You gotta be, man. Listen, it's not emotions, man. We're not doing daddy daycare here, man. This is a club, a ruthless club. Love Tammy for what he's done, but we move with the times, man. Haaland is here. This is a hungry striker whose movement is elite. We gotta move with the times, man. Honestly.
Listen, it's already happened, Charles. It's already happened. It's already happened. Big ups to yourself, Ravi, as well. And obviously, guys, do what CFCJ says. Please smash the like button. Subscribe to this channel if you're new. Make sure you go over and subscribe to Slendz Talks' channel as well. There is so much more content to come. Please, let's get us both up to at least 500 subscribers before the Premier League season begins again. Come on, guys. At least half of 1K. Come on, we can do this. Before I move on to another player I want to talk about, which is kind of going to hurt a little bit, but let's kind of, go through some of the comments a little bit. Sosa D says, imagine Haaland to Chelsea, Kane to City, Sancho to United, Arsenal and Spurs in the mud. This is what we love to see. This is what we want to see.
Oh, listen, man. Those North London clubs down the toilet, mate. Down the toilet, man. Like a dirty Thai food, man. Like a dirty meal, man. Just down the toilet. I've had enough of them, man. Honestly, the talk they've been talking to me in Newlands the last 2 weeks, yeah, because we went outside their stadium. It's honestly embarrassing, bro.
This is how you know that they're rattled, because we forgot about it literally like 5 minutes after it happened, and they're still going on about it. Like, they're still, like, how many weeks is it? They're still going on about it. Hey, Ryan, I love you, but this is far-fetched. This is far-fetched. Yeah, this is very, very far-fetched.
Lambs, do you know why I don't understand what he's saying? I don't agree with it. But the reason some people might say that is because people are calling him one of the best strikers in the world. His numbers say he is, but there's longevity involved. We need to see him do it for 2 or 3 more years, and we can call him one of the best strikers in the world. That's not the best. So I understand that point.
Yeah,
when it comes to
100%. That. And the thing is, a lot of people say if you can't hack it in the Premier League, like if you can hack it in the Premier League, then you can hack it everywhere else. So I guess the biggest test for him is, can he hack it in the Premier League? The way he's built, and with the players that I know that are around him, that would be around him in the Chelsea team, I see no reason why this can't be successful. To be honest, Laurie in the building, big up my guy Laurie. Absolutely love Laurie. Ryan says, that's what I say about Salah. The numbers look good, but if you watch him consistently, he's such a fraud. No. Ryan, this agenda needs to stop.
Right, man. Actually, let it go, man. I don't
know about you, Slendz, but Salah was in my team of the season. Like, I put him in my team of the season. As much as I hated to do it, I was so reluctant to do it because I can't stand Liverpool. But his numbers do not lie. And even on the eye test, you can see that he's been the only one out of that front three that's been consistently bailing them out. Firmino, Mane have been absolutely non-existent this season. Jota, I feel like, was starting to grow into his role. I think that injury was unfortunate. I think that stemmed his progress a little bit as well. But at the end of the day, you can't deny what he's done. Like, he has tried to get you guys back into. We will discuss this as well. We will discuss these links, although I have been hearing false claims as well. It's clear, as you guys can see, Slendz doesn't want him anywhere near our club.
No, thank you.
Either. Maybe you're right on this one. Ryan. Maybe you're right on this.
Ryan just hates he hates his team, man. I thought I hated my players, man. Nah, listen. So when it comes to Salah, yeah, just to add to your point, I think he's got great numbers, but you know what's mad? You could argue that Firmino has been more clutch than Salah this season. I know it sounds mad, but I'm saying towards the end of the season, Firmino has scored some important goals that got them top 3. Now Salah's been consistent all year with scoring goals, of course, but the way he plays is difficult to watch, man. It's very difficult because it's kicking between the legs like a little kid, man, and then just finding a way in, and obviously finishing it off when you're 1-on-1. But listen, you can't argue with numbers. Like, listen, one of my friends, I think Kai says this. Kai says, people lie, everyone lies, but numbers do not lie, man. They do not lie. They show you the truth. And it's true.
Numbers in games do not lie. Yeah. And listen, when it comes to crimes and criminal investigations, DNA doesn't lie either, yeah? The shit that doesn't lie, you need to pay attention to, guys. You really need to pay attention to. No, Mustafa, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Do the opposite. Yeah, that's an interesting conversation. We will get onto that as well. But we will also talk about that too, Jay. Listen, don't worry. All this shit is on the agenda. But I wanted to get the Chelsea transfer news out of the way first. So once again, I'm going to share the screen with Slendz because we're going to talk about somebody else now and another headline, as you can see from the banner, that this one's caused me a bit of pain. I did see this coming from the time we sent him out on loan, though I was hoping there was a small sense of hope if they didn't make it that we might be able to get him back, but they did make it into Champions League. So as you can see, AC Milan have activated the clause to sign Fikayo Tomori for that measly 25 million we allowed him to be sold for. Slendz, before I break down some of these stats, thoughts on this?
It's upsetting, man. It's upsetting. It's really tough because we play a 3-at-the-back system, right? And I feel like his qualities would accommodate the system as well. Like, he'd be so good in the system, very comfortable on the ball. His positioning has been I haven't seen much of him in the Chelsea shirt, but from what I've seen, his positioning can be sometimes iffy. Like, I feel like because he's got recovery pace, he can kind of he can recover well. But positioning in the first place, he could have learned a lot from Thiago Silva. It's upsetting, but you know what? Like, I feel like his career is going to go all the way up from here. He should have been at the Euros this season. Definitely, he should have been at the Euros, and he should have been picked at least for the provisional squad. But Southgate, man, we know that guy, man, the waistcoat fraud, man. But yeah, man, it's a shame. But I hope he does well.
This really, really annoyed me. And honestly, like, I wished Fikayo Tomori the best of luck with his career. He's going to have such a successful career. I'm just so upset and so jealous that Chelsea just couldn't see this potential that the rest of us could really see with this guy as well. I'm upset that Lampard didn't have the patience to recognize it. Yeah, the patience for some other people. Still don't understand why. But you can just see from these stats, from Serie A, right? He's started 16 games. He's been subbed onto one game, played 1,466 minutes, tackles 1.6, interceptions 1.1, fouls 0.8, offside 0.5, clearances 0.5. I think dribbling 0.4, blocks and 1.2. So these are absolutely amazing stats, and you can just see like the clearances as well, which is what makes perfect sense. If you are that centre back defender as well, you need to be clearing the ball as well, away from danger into safety as well. And I think that's something that he managed to do so well, and he was so pivotal in that back line for AC Milan, and I think that's kind of what contributed to getting them Champions League football as well. And honestly, I wish this guy the absolute best of luck, but
Thanks.
Can't lie, Slendz. This one hurts. This one really
it does.
Hurt, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you know what's mad? Yeah, when he first broke through, like out of Tomori, Mount, and Tammy, I think back then I used to think that he's got the most potential to become like top level, isn't it? Obviously, I'm wrong. Mount is, but Tomori is he's a close second, man. He's got all the attributes to be a modern day centre back, especially in our system. Like, it's very upsetting. But listen, Maldini saw something in him. He signed him. I believe Romagnoli is a captain, and he's managed to kind of drop Romagnoli and take a spot. So listen, he's talented. He will be a very good centre back in the future, man.
Yes, Ryan, I did say that. Sorry, I'm just going to go through a few more comments as well before we get into the next topic. Yes, I did say that. Yes, maybe we do need to talk, but we need to talk about your agenda. That's what we need to talk about, Ryan. Because
it stinks, Ryan. Come on.
Yeah, it actually stinks. This guy he was carrying your team, for the back end of the season. He dragged your team into the Champions League. Thank him for that, because it was him as well. I sincerely disagree with that. The guy is very, very young. From what I've seen, he's going to be a very, very critical addition to this team. I think bye-bye Firmino once this guy hits his stride. It's clear to see as well. This comment here as well. The guy scored 1 goal, please.
Yeah, but have you seen Werner finish like that this season?
I saw the goal many times. It was replayed to me many times on social media. I couldn't escape it. Yes, it was a great header. Well done. But at the end of the day, guys, 1 goal does not define your season. The season itself has been abysmal, and there's no ifs and buts anyway about it. There's really no talking your way out of this. Ryan also says Firmino is a better footballer than Asians. Listen, Firmino is a hard worker. He's not an actual natural striker. He's more of like a false nine, more of like an attacking midfield player, to be honest, like just behind the striker. That's more his position that he thrives in as well. And until this season, he seemed to be getting away with it, even though he didn't really seem to be scoring much goals, because the other two seem to be scoring a lot of goals instead. But now it's dried up so much so that the only person scoring goals out of that front three is Mo Salah. And we can see it's clearly not good enough, but they haven't had any issues generating chances, as we have seen. CFCJ also says Muyamba and Gay without him, in my opinion, but he should be. Again, literally to echo what Slendz said, we know how much of a fraud Southgate is, to be honest. This is why this isn't happening. I don't know how Ben White and Connor Cody are in there ahead of Tomori. Baffles and blows my goddamn mind.
Maybe it's in the surname. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna say too much though.
Listen, I hear what you are saying. I feel what you are saying. You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right, though. Anybody who understands, you know. If you don't, we're not going to break it down.
You know.
In it. If you know, then you know, in it. Shub, shout out to you, my guy. To be honest, Pogba and Higuain's 120 million, 90 million transfers, respectively, made football. Do you know what? It really was some of these international transfers. I would say maybe since the whole Ronaldo deal, that maybe just skyrocketed up these prices, because Cristiano Ronaldo, that was a big transfer in those days. Like, that was huge. That was absolutely massive back in the day. And for that to happen, it was like, oh my God, 80 plus. Oh my God, like that was mad. That was something of like, I don't know, 170 million today, basically. That transfer, basically, that's basically what it was.
Well, we contributed to it as well, though. We did spend it. Chelsea, we spent a lot. We were the first massive spenders in the Premier League. Obviously, we had 100%. Blackburn back in the day, but we took it to another level. So
yeah, 100 million%. Ryan also says next season Thiago will be the second best midfield in the league behind Lewin.
Oh my God, that is wild.
Maybe if Klopp plays him in this position, we'll see. We will see. Mate, I don't know either. Listen, that's something you Liverpool fans need to take up with your board, your owners, and even your manager as well, because I have noticed people questioning Klopp's credibility lately. And I have to say, given what I've seen, he does deserve to be questioned, like at least questioned. Like,
What Klopp?
Yeah, 100%. Some of the
More than
decisions.
question, man. Get him in a room, man. Put the light on him, man. Put the spotlight on him. Be asking, man. Why do you want to play Fabinho and centre back for so long, man? That's what you need to ask him, bro. But these people don't want to talk about it, man. The Liverpool fans, we've got injuries. Bro, listen, don't get me started on Liverpool, man. Never end.
Well, Gunnar King here agrees with you, Slendz. He says, I agree with your man. When Mount and Tomori broke through, Tomori looked the most. I have to agree. Listen, I still remember the chants. You know, Tomori in the back, Tammy in the attack. He's going to win the I still remember. Like, obviously, we ain't going to get nowhere with Tammy in the attack, but Tomori in the back was still a promise. You know what I mean? And Lampard and Chelsea, Marina, they took that all away from us, guys. They took it all away from us. We will get into this as well, because it seems like we are not the only team that is out here for this guy as well. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I'll let Slendz take.
That's my guy, man. That's the Kings Road Palo, man. Kings Road Palo. Listen. I'm not going to say too much. This is Lamb's channel, and she'll kick me out, man. She'll kick me out.
No, listen, I'm not going to kick you out. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut when it comes to this. At the end of the day, I don't want to say anything too negative, because we are still winners. I still want us to celebrate the fact that we are Champions League winners. Gunnar King also says, 22 goals in a shit season by his standards, by the whole of Liverpool standards, really. How can you go from champions to where they are right now, to be honest? 1 goal behind Kane. Yeah, and the thing is, it hurt me to do this, but I said I was going to be really unbiased when I was going to give my team of the season, and that's why he had to come on it. Not even just the eye test alone. If I was going to put anyone in from Liverpool, it would have been him. And even the stats as well, they speak for themselves. I don't think anybody's excelled in that right wing attacking position than he has, to be honest. Dujon, what's up? What is up? Welcome to this late night midnight stream. I hope you are well, my dad. So the other thing I was also going to talk about as well is the fact that where are we? And we're almost there. Thiago Silva and Olivier Giroud have both been given deal extensions as well. On their contracts for different reasons. Let's get into Thiago Silva first. I mean, Slendz, I'll start with you. I'll share the screen as well, because obviously I've got some stats to share about him.
Listen, Monstro, this guy, I've said this before, man. This guy could defend a lot of people in court, man. He could have defended OJ Simpson in court, man. That's how great he is at defending, man. He's just, bro, he's 38 years old, right? 37, whatever he is. And he's still one of the best centre-backs in the league. Imagine we got him when he was younger. None of this Van Dijk talk, man. Nobody talking about Van Dijk. Maybe talking about Monstro, Thiago Silva. It was a necessity to extend his contract. He's important around, even if you saw the video behind the scenes, he's important around the dressing room. He's important around the team, because he's a leader. He's an expert. He's been through all of this before, man. So keeping him for 1 more year makes absolute sense. Hopefully he becomes part of the coaching staff on the Tuchel as well in the future.
100 million %. And even though he has been injury prone, we know this because of his age as well. It is clear to see, like, look at these stats. Just look at these stats, right? In the Premier League, right? Almost 2,000 minutes played, right? 0.9 tackles, 1.4 interceptions, 0.6 fouls, clearances 3.6. Wow. So this is the guy that we turn to. This is our leader in the back. And it's clear to see, even from these stats, even though he's been out injured for like bits of the season, like major bits of the season, it's clear to see how much he's contributed as well. And you can even see those stats when it comes to Champions League as well, and how crucial he was to getting us to that final as well. So absolutely deserved, in my opinion. Obviously, the other player we're going to talk about whose contract has also been extended for different reasons is Olivier Giroud, because obviously, like you, like me, we have discussed, obviously, thank you for your service, everything that you've done for us. He has scored some critical goals, crucial goals, some amazing quality goals as well. But given his age, given the time and everything, it does look like it is thank you for your service, but a time to go type of thing from the club. So this contract extension, as a lot of people have maybe correctly identified, could be a ploy to try and get more for him in the transfer
Good
market.
business.
What do you think?
It's good business.
Fantastic business, isn't it?
Giroud, yeah, we have to remember something. People talk about his goals this season in the Champions League, yeah? Think about this. Last year, towards the end of the season, he scored some important goals to get us top 4. And you know what? We got top 4 and then went on to win the Champions League. So thank you again. Thank you for your services. But this isn't a retirement home, man. You're 34 years old. You're not as good as Thiago Silva, like when it comes to your age. So listen, man, off you go to AC Milan. Enjoy your glory days with Zlatan, man. You lot can do martial arts together, man, and everything. Enjoy your times. But nah, man.
Still gets Champions League.
Exactly. Get some money off him and sell him, man. Of course, we keep moving. We sign a replacement.
Yeah, he still gets the Champions League. Like, I'm just thinking that was like a ploy to maybe try and get like 5 million or something. And to be fair, like that's gonna help. To be honest, Cesar says the Pogba deal that changed everything. I'm not. I don't know about the Pogba deal, to be honest, because I feel like, yeah, they paid 8+ million for him at the end of the day, but at the time that did kind of seem worth it, considering the kind of player that he was in Juventus, considering that he was their ex-player that they shunned in that type of way, to be honest as well. Gunnar King also says Chelsea contributed massively to player price inflation, as your man correctly stated, i.e. you, Slendz, that's you, Slendz. PSG, United, Barca, Real, Bayern are not blameless. I mean, fair enough. I can't really disagree with anything that you said there, Gunnar King. I know we disagree on a lot of stuff because I know you're an Arsenal fan. We always clash heads all of the time whenever we're on a stream together. But my man's actually speaking facts this time as well. I've never rated him either, but I always knew he was going to go to the Euros. Andrew says, big up Lambs and Slendz. Big up to yourself, Andrew, my G. What other comments are here? Like, honestly, I'm missing so many comments. If you question Klopp, Liverpool fans get so mad. I don't know why. They get so defensive. They were out here literally trying to blame everything on the fact that Virgil van Dijk was injured. Really, your whole season rests on one player. That's sad. That's really, really sad. No, Klopp is my guy. Listen, I don't want to talk about this third place nonsense as if to say you man deserve a lie. That annoyed me. That really annoyed me, the state that they were in this whole season, and they still managed to finish before us. Like, what on earth? Tommy, thank you for tuning in to my stream for the first time. Please like the stream, subscribe as well to my channel and to Slendz's channel if you guys are new. I'm also going to be putting the link to Slendz's channel in the description for anybody watching later. But if you are watching now, just type in Slendz Talks into YouTube and you will find him. Please drop him a subscribe. So going back to Olivier Giroud, like we said as well, as you can see, not been playing many minutes, similarly to Tammy Abraham, still scored 11 goals in all competitions. I think he's our highest scorer in the Champions League as well, with 6 goals as well. And can I say 6 of the most vital goals that we could have scored in the Champions League as well. Nice. Cannot disagree with that. So would you say this contract extension is worth it? We do deserve to get a bit of money from him?
Listen, if he with some miracle ends up staying as a third option, no problem, man. And if we do end up selling him, then we'll make money off him. So it's a win-win, man. Listen, we know how to do business, man. this is an Arsenal Football Club, but come on, bro. We know how to do business, man. We don't let these players run down their contracts and get taken out for free, man. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
Absolutely. Listen, I really, really can't disagree much, which brings me nicely to, I think we're almost done. I think we have 2 more Chelsea points to talk to, and then we'll just briefly touch on other transfer news from our other rivals, and then we shall wrap up and we can both get some sleep, Slendz. So, Chelsea and Manchester United, of course. The gossip is we are both in for Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid, who reportedly could be available for £40 million. Slendz, thoughts? I know not many people are a fan of this guy, but I actually really like him. And I might be on my own here, but
listen,
I don't mind.
I've said this, Lambs, man. I said this on occasional fields. I said this guy is a jack of all trades, but a master of none. I don't want these players anymore, man. I need specialists. Do you know what I mean? I need specialists in their position, man. So, I feel like in our system we've got 2 midfielders, the two double sixes, as Tuchel likes to call it. We need one to be a destroyer, and the other one to be obviously the distributor, the regista, the deep lying playmaker. Saul does not fit both those categories, so I don't see how he would fit into this league and into this team. I think he would demand a high fee as well. Which, listen, we can't afford to be spending money on players that we don't need, because we've got Haaland to buy, we've got Varane to buy, possibly Declan Rice or Tchouaméni. So, listen, out of all the options that are presented to us at midfield, he's my last one. He's had some very good performances, but I'm not a big fan, as I said. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Saul Niguez.
I mean, fair enough. I completely get where you're coming from as well. Personally, I really like him as well. I think the age is not too bad as well in terms of a central defensive midfielder. I feel like he could flourish, become better under Tuchel as well, under Tuchel's leadership as well. We can see from some of these stats as well. But he's started 22 games, he's been subbed on for 11 of them. Tackles 1.7. That's pretty good. That's kind of what we need from a central defensive midfielder. Interceptions, he's maybe not so active in that. That may be due to, I'm really not too sure, maybe the way that Atletico Madrid play, to be honest. Fouls, 1.3, which is fair enough. We need players in that position to be committing fouls as well. He's not been offside at all, which is good. So man knows how to keep his position as well. Clearances, not so great as well. But again, I suppose we'd expect that more from the higher clearance rate from a centre back than we would from central defensive midfielder. But they're not too bad stats as well. And as you can see, even in the Champions League as well, he didn't do too badly as well. Although when it came to facing us, we did happily nullify them as well. But obviously the big thing for this is that it's not just us that are in for him. It's also Manchester United, as well as us, are seriously considering bids for Saul Niguez. Do you think we're going to have a problem competing with Manchester United?
I think they'll get him, to be honest. I don't think he's... if you think about who needs him most, I'd probably say United. He seems like a United signing anyways, man. It's from the Spanish league, probably overspend, too high wages. I don't know, man. I feel like he's off to United, and also I'm happy with that, man. As I said, I'm not a big fan, but we'll see how he fits into United, because United have a big problem with their double pivot, right? And I don't know if a player like Saul would be the answer for them. But I feel like he's just being shipped off to the Premier League teams, and just we don't have to engage into a bidding war with United, because we'll end up overspending. So yeah, just stay away from him. My advice is stay away, man.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I'm seeing in the comments a lot of Chelsea fans aren't really too keen on him. They would prefer Tchouaméni. Personally, I would also prefer Tchouaméni. I really would, but yeah. I'm saying, like I said, if we can't get our main targets, if we can't get our first targets, these are second-rate targets that we should definitely definitely consider signing.
Lambs, he's a Paella Westwood, man. Ashley Westwood, that's what he is, man. He's a long man. Allow it, man. Let's just say it how it is. I don't want Saul, man. I don't know if you do Lambs, but get Chouameni instead, man. Chouameni is a more promising player.
Yeah, Chouameni. Yeah, I've seen like on Monster streams, we've broken down like why this player could be a very decent addition to the squad, and Monster's absolutely in love with him, and I can see why. I really can see why. Like he does seem like somebody like I could see as a very decent addition to this team. To be honest, as well, somebody else who, of course, we've also been considering. Should we not land our first-rate targets? Is, of course, this guy, Patson Daka. Now, Slendz, I know you've probably been hearing this name.
Yeah.
Slammed around.
Yeah.
In there.
I've watched him a little bit, yeah.
Would you take this guy?
He's a finisher, you know. He's a proper finisher. But I don't know, man. Like, he's a raw talent. It's just risky with these raw talents, man. Like, the thing is, if we have an issue with finishing, you don't buy someone who's raw and who's kind of up and coming to solve your problems, because it gives them too much pressure on the player coming up. So Patson Daka, I feel like he would be wise to go to a Liverpool or Arsenal to kind of be the second or third choice, maybe even Chelsea if he's the second or third choice. But coming in and starting, because it will stop his development as well. Because he's developing well at Salzburg. Is he at Salzburg? Is it? Yeah.
Salzburg. Yeah.
Yeah, Haaland's old team. So honestly, man, I just want to watch his development and see how it works out, man. This is outrageous, by the way. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need Declan Rice to, like, he's not going to come in and replace Jorginho. If anything, they're probably going to be working together. So it'll be like it'll be rotation wise. Like, it'll be like a Declan Rice and a Jorginho in DM. Do you know what I mean? So a Declan Rice or a Kovacic, a Rice or a Kante. Like, that's kind of what we are looking at. But just to kind of bring up, because I know a lot of people have been like talking about this guy, like, oh, maybe he's not a real serious acquisition, but as young as he is, like, look at these stats. We can't deny these stats, Slendz. Like, these are kind of Timo Werner stats that we were looking at last season. We were like, Ross, this is kind of mad, is it not?
Does that say Bundesliga, Lambs?
Yeah, Bundesliga. He has played 28 games in the Bundesliga. He scored 27 goals. In all competitions, he scored 34 goals, which is crazy. He's had 12 assists in all competitions, 7 in the Bundesliga as well. So, I mean, that's pretty mad for somebody who's what? Let's check his age.
19, I think.
Yeah, he's 22. 22.
Oh, 22. Oh, I thought he was a lot younger than that. Yeah, 22.
So he's 22, literally like reaching Mason Mount ages as well. So still just about starting out.
But hold on, Lambs.
He's already achieving these kind of goals. Like,
with all due respect to this league, though,
one less than Timo Werner last season for Leipzig, which is absolutely incredible.
I know, but with all due respect to this league, this is an Austrian league, man. Like, he's playing against Austrian bakers and that, bro. Like, let's take it easy. Like, it's very impressive.
Salzburg is in the Bundesliga, Slendz. Respect them.
No, Salzburg is an Austrian
They're
league.
in the Champions League.
Am I bugging out? Hold on.
Yeah. They're a German team. They're in the Bundesliga.
No, Leipzig is a German team.
I really said Austrian league, you know.
Hold on. Am I bugging out? It is an Austrian team. It is. It's an Austrian team.
They're in the Bundesliga.
No, this is the Austrian Bundesliga. I promise you. Look.
Actually.
Yeah, come on.
Seriously?
Yeah, come on.
Nah, you're kidding me.
It is. I told you, man.
Nah.
Press on it. Hold on, let's see.
Oh, okay, all right. I stand corrected. It's the Austrian Bundesliga. Okay, fair enough. But at the end of the day, yeah, the fact that I'm still noticing Salzburg in the Champions League means that they are making an impact. You know,
it's a good team. It's a good team.
yes, it's a decent team. Like it's not one of the listen, it's late, okay? Allow me. I saw Bundesliga and I thought they meant the same thing, all right? All right, allow me.
Oh,
But yeah, still, literally, like to echo this point, even so, they're still making waves in the Champions League. Like the fact that he scored this much, I know it's the Austrian league as well, but you know, as a rotational striker under Thomas Tuchel, like you said, we're going to lose Tammy Abraham, we're going to lose Olivier Giroud. We still, even if we do get Haaland, we need a rotational striker. We need somebody else to rotate around. You know what I mean? We're competing for 4 trophies across 4 competitions all season as well. We do need rotation. And I think this player has got to be one of the perfect rotational players for me as well. But
Lambs, he's off to RB Leipzig, man. That's what they always do, because they're both owned by Red Bull.
They're very, very, very
some dodgy business, man.
Yeah, they're very incestuous out there, isn't it? That's the word I was looking for, and it's true. They are really, really incestuous. Because it's true. Like they literally, like the managers, like the top players, they move around like their teams as well. Like they won't consider any other teams, like any other teams in any other outside league. You know what I mean? It's really
That's wild.
Yeah, it's really damn incestuous. But now that obviously I want to quickly touch on, like very, very briefly, what do you think about the Aubameyang rumors? I'm not gonna go into it too much as well before we move on to the next one.
Aubameyang, he is the kind of guy who, if you don't give him service, he will not score goals, right? We've seen him struggle this year because he's been given less service than last year. But even when he did get service this year, he wasn't very clinical. So it was a combination of the two. I think him not finding his position on the left or not being a striker. Listen, it wasn't a great season for him. He's the kind of guy who I think will always score goals. It's a bit like Tammy. He'll always score goals. But is he going to be a consistent performer? Is he going to be good without scoring the goal? No. I think we already have a very similar player in Werner. I know Aubameyang scores a lot more goals, but the type of profile that he is just, like a press first, movement, speed. Obviously, Werner has that, but so does Aubameyang. But I'd stay away from him. Too high wages. He would cost probably like 40 to 50 mil, which makes no sense. We don't buy expired players, man, from Arsenal. Also do that with us, man. They buy our retired players, give them 2-3 year contracts on 200k and get stuck with them, man. That's not what we do.
Gunner King never failing to let me know when I fucked up. Okay, listen, this is just typical Arsenal fan attitude right here, the ones, right? And talking of Arsenal fans and Arsenal attitudes, brings me on to the final piece of news before we all sign out for tonight. Listen, and that is the Rivals transfer news. As you man can see from the banner, this is just so beautiful for me as a Chelsea fan to read. Conte rejects Spurs. Buendia snubs Arsenal and Barcelona shut down Genie Wijnaldum. I mean, I don't even need to bring out stats. We've been seeing this on social media, on Twitter, all of the news reports. I mean, it's no news. Everybody knows this. What are your thoughts, Slendz?
Which one should I start with?
Anyone.
Listen, that club, man, North London, the Lily Whites, man. Oh my lord. Oh my, it just gets worse, man. First we started with Harry Kane. Listen, we started with Harry Kane. Then we went on to have this little protest where they had American Idol little rehearsal in the middle, bruv. People were doing concerts and that. It was long, man. Apparently they sell plates in their mega store as well. Anyways, moving on, man. This club is a joke, man. It's a joke. I don't understand how they were ever considered a top 16. Like, I get it. Like, Conte being linked with you is big deal. It's big news, yeah? But at the end of the day, man, if he did come in I honestly think he would have struggled to get a trophy, honestly speaking, because you saw from the start that the Levy relationship, none they even started, and there was already conflict. Imagine when they were 6 months in. I promise you, 6 months in, if Conte's not getting backed and he doesn't see a project and see backing, yeah, he's off. He'll leave the club. He does not take bull crap from anyone, man. This is a manager who texted our best striker at that time, Diego Costa, told him, listen, don't come back in the summer, my guy. I don't need you. Literally, that's what he sent him. He's ruthless, man. He's ruthless. He's ridiculous. So, at the end of the day, for me, I think Conte would have been an absolute fool to take that job. And I'm so glad to see that club struggle to appoint anyone, man. Struggle.
Oh my God. Honestly, same. I'm honestly... when I saw the rumours flying around, and I was just like, wait. After Eddie Howe and Graham Potter rejected Milan, you think Conte's gonna? I was just like, no. What has Levy promised him? I was like, what has Levy actually promised him? Honestly, because I'm just thinking it has to have been like the money he's gonna get from Kane and like another. Yeah, it's PSV Eindhoven. I think I wrote that over there as well. Yeah, it's PSV Eindhoven. Yeah, listen, my man is not out here. Yeah, wearing fucking rival club shirts, okay? Just pipe down with that nonsense.
Yeah, it's not Stoke City. Relax, man. Relax.
They know them ones. You know them ones, yeah? So when I heard that they were like going for Conte, I was just like, I don't know what they promised him. It might have been the Kane money plus another 50 million pounds on top of the budget, giving him a nice 200 million budget.
Man.
To work
with like Levy offered his daughter, man.
Hey, they sold him a goddamn dream. After breaking it down, Conte was like, you know what? I'm not convinced. I think these man alliance means, you know what, guys? Spurs fans, I told you all, yeah? If you thought Jose was bad, this guy is 10 times worse. He's 10 times worse, yeah? And that's only if you think Jose was bad, yeah? If you think Jose was bad, he is a million times worse.
He's a diva, man.
He's going to be the answer to...
He's a diva, I swear.
Absolute clowns. In terms of Buendia, I mean, I did not see that one coming. I genuinely thought, okay, that's one target Arsenal probably could have gotten, but that rejection shocked me and humoured me at the same time. Slendz.
Listen, I just want to say, man, Gunner King, I know you're in the comments, you're probably going to comment about this, but bro, when are we going to face the reality here, man? When are we going to face the reality? Like, you guys can twist it and turn it. You can do whatever you want, man. You can tell me that Buendia was never a target anyways. We were going for Odegaard, even though he was your player for the last 6 months, sorry. You couldn't get a contract done then, but no problem. Listen, we need to face reality, man. Like, Buendia, a championship player who's actually very impressive. He's a great player. But honestly speaking, yeah, he chose Aston Villa over Arsenal. That's the headline reads that you can't change it, you can't twist it, you can't turn it. You've been rejected by a championship player who chose to go to Aston Villa instead of Arsenal. Aston Villa, a team that got promoted 2 years ago.
A team that almost got relegated last season. Deep it all right now, guys. Take it all in. Take
your time with it. Do you know what I mean?
Take your time with it. And also, talking of getting shut down, the final thing we're going to talk about is obviously Liverpool all on this like move to Barcelona for Gini Wijnaldum. They're trying to offload him out of their midfield, yeah. Respect the man, yeah. He's a Premier League winner. He's a Champions League winner, and you're so quick to want to offload him, yeah.
Lambs, you know what happened, Lambs?
Barcelona don't even want him. The talks were shut down the same day they started. Slendz.
Lambs, do you know what happened? Basically, you know when you go to a club, right, and you meet this girl. This girl, you see her, you get to know her, you get her number, you buy her drinks, you look after her, you make sure she got an Uber home. And the next thing you know, man, there's a guy at the door.
In that Uber home with her, innit?
Listen, that's what I'm saying. At the door, he grabs her. Listen, let's go home, man. And he he gets the life, man. And you sit there, you think about, I've tried to buy this guy, I bought everything, I bought her the plane ticket. But Ronaldo, man, quick U-turn to Paris, went off to Neymar and Mbappe to join that. Honestly speaking, Barcelona is a finished institution, man. It's a finished institution. It's done, bro. Like, Messi is struggling down there. Get him out of there, man. Get him to a serious institution. Get him a serious club. Because honestly speaking, man, the deal didn't make sense anyways for Barca. Like, you need to move away from these old signings and kind of buying into your new the La Masia, the new culture by younger players. But you know what? I'm happy to see that club sink, man. I hope they sink lower than the Titanic, man. I hate that club.
I echo everything that you said. I think this effort, like this clear desperation to try and hold on to Lionel Messi at any cost is killing them. It's absolutely killing them, especially when you can see that I think for at least the last 2 seasons, the man clearly does not want to be there. He's not happy. He's not thriving. You can even see that in his performances as well. I think it would do them the world of good to start this rebuild, which they so desperately need to do. And it will do him possibly the world of good to finish his career in a club, in an environment where he's happier, he's appreciated, and he can play his football freely at will without this pressure just being piled onto him like they do so much at Barcelona. But listen, like you said, yeah, from when I was a child growing up watching this absolutely unbeatable Barcelona team just flick teams left, right, center, yeah, including us, I have to say, vengeance is sweet. Vengeance is so sweet. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. And how sweet it is for us to see. How sweet it is for us to drink the tears of the rival fans, including the Barcelona fans. 90,000+ people in the new camp screaming for what?
Listen, that club took 5 years 10 years off my life with that goal, man. The Iniesta goal. It took 10 years off my life. I'm sorry, bro. It stressed me the hell out. So you know what? Every single day that I see the decline, I'll be smiling, man. I'll be smiling in my grave if I die, bro. Honestly, bro. I hope it keeps happening, bro.
Same. I am so here for it. Gunner King says, it really isn't that deep. Villa offered more money up front and we have numerous other gaps. Our limited funds, emphasis on limited, by the way, must buy players for. Unfortunately, we do not live. Yes, you do not live in the same. We are not in the same category, Maggie. We're not. Our club is run stupendously. You, man, are in the mud.
Come on, bro.
And with that brings me nicely to wrap up this lovely stream, this beautiful stream. Like I said, with my special guest, I'm going to emphasize my special guest, Slendz. Slendz, please tell the people where they can find you, where they can follow you as well. Obviously, I'm going to link your channel, your Twitter, everything in the description box as well. But tell them anyway whilst they're still.
Oh, Gunner King, man. Listen, run on oil, man. Listen, bro. Keep putting the oil in your car, man. Keep putting the petrol in your car, bro. You're feeding us anyways, man. Bro, I just want to say I'm on KH No Filter Football. Subscribe to that channel. On Mondays we have the lovely Lambs obviously with us. I think listen, follow me on my channel as well. I'm trying to obviously expand my channel, get more content. Obviously Euros content's coming through. Lambs also features on my channel all the time. But other than that, make sure you subscribe to Lambs Reacts. Make sure you subscribe to her, very importantly. She's almost at 300. Let's get her to 500, man. Lovely content creator.
Do the same for Slendz too as well. Literally, we started our channels around about the same time because we do so much work on so many other channels as well. So that's why we were late starting our own channels. But let's push us up to that level, guys. We work hard out here. So subscribe to this channel, but also subscribe to the person who's made this stream what it is tonight as well. And that's of course the lovely Slendz. So please make sure you subscribe to Slendz Talks. Follow him on Twitter as well. Trust me, Slendz on Twitter, yeah. It's probably even better on his channel as well, yeah. If you want banter, if you want one-liners, hey.
Come on.
Twitter.
Go keep moving.
Yeah, Twitter. And of course, you can find me here. You can find me on GNA TV. You can find me on Midnight Vibes as well. And we will be back as well for the Euros very shortly. So make sure you tune into that. And I'm sure Slendz will be featuring on a few episodes of that as well, because we at Midnight Vibes, we just love Slendz so much as well. The offside rule on the first 11. I'll be on Never a Foul as well. And I'm actually started to do some content with Man Knows Football. So I don't know if you guys know him. Great Chelsea fan out in the States. He's collaborated with Troops and Zara as well out there as well. So I literally just did a stream with him earlier on as well. We're going to be doing some content upcoming Euros and next season as well. So I'm just out here, you know what I mean? Just networking, hopefully with the right people. I am out here trying as well in it. Let's all rise up. Yeah. Make sure you guys subscribe. Follow Gunner King on Twitter as well. Also a funny person on Twitter. Bit of a troll because he's an Arsenal fan, as you can expect. But as with all Arsenal fans, they can't help themselves in it. But guys, it's been an absolute goddamn pleasure. Like I said, Slendz, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
The chat. Thank you for tuning in so late at night. We appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, socials. I'll put Slendz's links, everything in the description as well. And we shall see you guys soon.